plotting this drive. I'm talking about...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. The Jets about set to go on offense, led by their rookie quarterback for 2021, the second overall pick, Zach Wilson out of BYU.
During the draft process, it was pretty clear early that Jacksonville was locked in on Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback at Clemson. That allowed the Jets to really peruse the rest of the quarterback crop, and they settled in on Zach Wilson from BYU. Loved his game, ability to throw from the pocket, the off-platform throws, getting outside of the pocket and making plays. He's their guy, and they expect him to be that guy for at least the next 10 years.
Charles, will take a look there at the draft class for the New York Jets. Robert Saleh, the new head coach. He's got his quarterback as they took Zach Wilson, number 2, and moved Sam Darnold down to Carolina.
And we might end up saying that Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss, taken at number 34, could go down as one of the steals in the draft. The wide receiver was drawing rave reviews as far back as the OTAs. And one other one that we should note, how about how they manipulated the draft, traded at number 14 to take the guard Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC to protect Zach Wilson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They go play action now. Wilson being chased out left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the grab by Croft. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run with Carter. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big time.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Tevin Coleman taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Anderson a first down and more. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
On first down, it's Newton. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Newton on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And Carl Lawson signed with the New York Jets in March of 2021 after 5.5 sacks with Cincinnati in the 2020 season. He was a 3-down player for the first time in his career last year. Now he gets to work with new Jets head coach Robert Saleh, hoping to double those numbers and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Flushed out right. He finds Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And in Corey Davis's 4 years with Tennessee, he had his moments, but his best year was last year. Finished 16 yards shy of a 1,000-yard season and really started to look the part of a #1 receiver. He will really help Zach Wilson in his rookie year with the Jets.
The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running left on the handoff, Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles? Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll try the air now with Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 39, Newton looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fletcher.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Newton now to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so that maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top-5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
the play fake. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. Now Wilson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and this one's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. To throw again is Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Carter. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It's Coleman here. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jets can take the lead now with an extra point. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Abdul is going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission. Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, He might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Newton on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton going back to Marshall. He's got him again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Newton throwing again. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up at Orchard Park, a couple of blue-collar cities doing battle. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Cole Beasley, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Washington to check out the football team at home at FedEx Field. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jags looking to get their season off on the right foot. They've got the lead on the road. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out. We give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. Quick slant to Crowder. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this to Coleman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Out left to Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? In the backfield to pass protect, and sometimes trying to protect the QB, you hold.
And the key word, as you noted, protect, right? Sometimes you get out of position, get out of whack. It's just quarterback protect mode, and he got nailed for the penalty.
Cam's throw complete there to Thomas. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a first down throw for Newton. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That'll be caught by Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Newton. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
3rd and long. It's Newton. He's got a man. That's Marshall. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. Another drive bogs down, but for the 4th time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, they'll give us 3 points.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Open man here is Conklin. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Wilson's throw taken in there by Crowder. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays and the right reads.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Newton, he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall.
Terrace Marshall, a big, rangy receiver and part of LSU's national championship team of 2019, makes a nice catch there for a 1st down. He was the first offensive player selected by Matt Rule, the head coach of the Panthers. Remember, they went all defense in 2020 and took J.C. Horn with their 1st-round pick this year. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. To throw is Newton. On the move to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They will run again with Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Reach the 5. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll try to run for it with Carter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Now, Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Newton. Pass complete, Thomas. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Throwing is Newton. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now Newton, a big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Escape. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and short now following the fumble. Here's Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Cam to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed in a tight game like this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Newton. Flush to his right, and they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the 2-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jets, it's a victory in the debuts of Zach Wilson and Robert Saleh, two guys whose fortunes will be intertwined in the years to come. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.